Starting to see temps at least into the 70s to begin the afternoon. A lot of lower 70s out there, and winds starting to pick back up again, kind of influencing that warmth. A lot of 10 to nearly 15 mile per hour sustained winds already. We could be talking some 20 to even 30 mile per hour gusts, but it's still very, very dry. Dew points lower and middle 50s. So yeah, not a lot of stickiness in the atmosphere yet. So we will be talking some more of that moisture moving back in, but the cloud cover fairly extensive here in northeast Ohio to begin the afternoon portion. A lot of those overcast skies beginning to make more of an appearance in downtown Cleveland as we saw one front move through during the wee hours of this morning. Another warm front, and we'll be talking rain with that warm front kind of spilling southward for the second half of this afternoon. So if you have any at least outdoor activities you want to get done, probably want to get them done between now and about 3 o'clock before more of this first batch of rain starts to move into the area. And we'll be talking some rumbles of thunder out there and maybe some blustery conditions, but models are suggesting a lot more warmth and moisture slowly making its way back in. Notice a lot of 50s here in northeast Ohio, but just to the south and west, we're at 64 in Cincinnati, and a lot of those darker greens indicate more moisture, and that will gradually make an appearance between now and the end of this evening. So we have to get a lot more of that moisture into the area to get more severe weather. So far, not a lot going on here in northeast Ohio, but we have that potential for some strong to severe storms, especially along I-77 and points westward. Still that chance east of I-77, but the best bet will be occurring towards the end of this evening. I'll be looking at some damaging winds and potentially some isolated, at least large hail and or tornado. So once we get to about 4 or 5 o'clock, the initial round of rain starts to make an appearance, and we'll be talking more of that rain kind of moving in for most of the area throughout the second half of this evening. Once we get into the second half of the evening through the overnight tonight, another round of showers and storms, and this will be more of the potent storms for the second half of the evening, but models kind of suggesting more of that staying to the south and west of the News 5 units. So there's still a little bit of uncertainty with the potential of severe weather here in greater Cleveland, parts of even Akron, Canton, down to Dover, New Philly. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more of those clouds, keeping the raindrops around, but not necessarily the severe weather, as that moisture may or may not reach all of northeast Ohio this afternoon and evening. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on things, but that front will pass through late tonight, and with it most, if not all, the severe weather after midnight to about 2 a.m. Once we get into the second half of this week, though, temps will be below average. A lot of low to mid 70s on Thursday with a few showers during the afternoon, upper 70s on Friday into the weekend. Remember, when you're on the go, you can always get your Power 5 forecast all day long by tuning in to Cleveland Star 102 and 98.5 WNCX.